Hey guys, my name is Kenya and this is the KB View. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Please like and share the video, and if you have not already, please subscribe to the channel. I do appreciate it. And to the ones who have already, thank you. All right, moving right along. Just kind of pick up where we left off at in the last video, where we were talking about unburdening and unloading, right? Because that's the most important preparation you can do right now. Now, while the physical preparation is so important, guys, I do hope that you are preparing. I hope you are paying attention. I hope you are being made aware and you understand the seriousness of the conditions that we're in right now. Like, I hope you get it. Just yesterday, the world's largest produce warehouse burnt up in Paris, France, right? And so that makes like number 23 facilities that's burnt up, food facilities that's burnt up in 2022 alone. Whether it's processing plants or food warehouse or whatever it was, 23 plants or facilities pertaining to food has burnt up or have burnt up in 2022 alone. You can only surmise what that means. I'm not going to worry about what that means, because I was just talking to my brother about this the other day. I said, when I first heard it, I was like, oh, here we go again. Then I thought about it. My ancestors never had food warehouses and food facilities. That wasn't privy to them. They didn't have processing plants to burn up. So it is what it is. We'll be fine. We'll survive. No fear. Use your head. Trust your instincts. No fear. I hope you are getting things that do have long shelf life. If you want to know exactly what to buy, there's so many websites and so many videos, guys. All you have to do is have the desire to want to know. Whatever you want wants you back, right? So whatever you put out there, the universe will assist you. If you say today, you say, listen, I really want to know how to prep. Where do I start? What's the first thing that I do? What's the first thing that I buy? Somebody will come along with some assistance. I can tell you some of the things that I have in my basement, but somebody will come along. You'll run into a video, you'll see something, you'll read something, you'll talk to someone to assist you in, in whatever it is that you desire. That's just how it works, right? You just have to put it out there and be, do the work though. Don't sit back and expect everybody to do everything for you though, right? That ain't gonna happen. Nobody's gonna keep you up to date with everything that's going on. And then how beneficial is all of that information for you? I think we know enough right now that it don't even matter what happens, from day to day. We know enough right now to know that we need to start preparing, right? And start taking this thing serious. However, that doesn't mean walk around in fear. That doesn't mean stop living your life. But live your life in your highest self right now is what it should mean to you, right? It should mean, all right, again, prepare this place right here. What does that look like for someone to say, prepare your spirit? I can tell you what it looked like for me. On your journey, you'll see what it means for you, right? And you'll have your own story. But for me, what that looked like and what unloading and unburdened looked like was really addressing Kenya, was really telling Kenya the truth, acknowledging that this ego has made up an illusion of who I really was. None of those things really describes me. I thought it did. I made up those things. We make up things and personalities, for we can survive in this world, right? We create these characters that, that show up in the world and these images. But I assure you, if you strip away at them, none of it is you. It's a combination of society, of what you've seen on TV, how you were raised. It's a combination of another things, right? Your own thoughts make up who you really are. But when you start pulling back the layers, you'll find out that all of that was an illusion, and that's not who you really are, yourself. You're not this mind and you're not this body. But for me, what unburdening looked like is it meant that I had to go into some places and to some dark places that I wanted to avoid, quite frankly. Some places that I just assume, in time, the Most High take care of it. He'll fix it. I'll just give it to God and I'll just keep praying. Well, that didn't happen in a sense, right? All the prayers didn't change the pain. It didn't make it go away. I still had a lot of trauma that I needed to deal with that I was disguising. And I found it, me staying positive and staying in a positive mindset is not easy. It's a hard work, and it's consistent. And why it was so hard is because what I later found out was it's really just disguising so much negativity. It's really just disguising a mind that has betrayed me, and a subconscious that's really, really meant to rob me of my presence, right? Of the here and now, and the fact that right now in this moment, I can change my future. I'm a co-creator, right? Of my reality. So that meant going to find out those things, seeing what that really entailed, and dealing with some things that I didn't want to deal with, and talking to myself and spending some time with myself, and having to realize that I was really trying to avoid myself, having to realize that, everything that I was using in my life, I was using just to distract me from me, because God forbid I had to deal with me. Lord, if the phone died, what did that mean? That mean I got to sit here by myself for 5 or 10 minutes until this phone turn on? Oh my Lord, I get to somebody's house and internet, forget somebody else's house, my internet went out. What does that mean? I'm going to be forced to deal with myself and the other people in my house because we don't have any escape. We don't have any distractions. We have to deal with ourselves. Well, I would ask that you don't wait until your phone dies. Turn it off. Don't wait until the internet's off. Turn it off on your own. You manually turn it off. I'm not saying for good, but what I am saying is stop running from you. Stop hiding from you. There's no way you're going to be able to unburden and unload if you keep hiding from you. Some of the ways that I hid from myself, I know it's not you because you got it together, but me, some of the ways that I hid from myself was talking on the phone with someone who seems to have a bigger issue than I did. And issues are subjective, it might not really been so big, but maybe in my world, it was just bigger than what I was dealing with, and also subjective, right? So I can hide behind you. I don't have to deal with my issues, whatever I'm telling myself they're not that big. I'll just talk to you because my shit ain't that bad. I can hide like that. I can hide on social media, fantasizing about a reality that's not mine. So I can hide that way. I can hide by sleeping. I can hide by just straight up avoiding me at all costs. Even if that meant spending my time with people that I really didn't even want to be around. But it meant that I didn't have to deal with me. It meant that I didn't have to address Kenya. So for me, that meant forgiving myself also, and forgiving other people without even letting them know that I did forgive them. I had to deal with some trauma and never address the person that caused the trauma. I had to realize on my own that you were used to strengthen me. That it was your smallest version of yourself that made you do what you did. I had to realize you never hurted me. Everything you thought you did to me, you did to you. I felt like the color purple. I had to realize that. And I had to make it okay all by myself. My ego was telling me, you should still be upset. My pride was saying, still be pissed off. You have every single right to still be upset. But my spirit was saying, you ain't hurting nobody but you, Kenya. You keeping it here. You the only one carrying it. You ain't punishing nobody but you. I don't care how many times you tell the sad story. After a while, people be like, okay, she need to get over it. And then you get mad at the people that tell you you need to get over it. Get over it. Please get over it. Please dig it up and deal with it and discard it appropriately. Please. There's some things that you've been putting off for far too long. There's some people you enjoy staying mad at that you just don't want to forgive. It makes you feel good not to forgive them. Forgive them first. And then forgive yourself for still carrying it so long. Please lighten up. Please put yourself in a position where your steps are lighter. Deal with you. Understand that everything that you experience, every heartache, nobody gets to escape it. Every piece of pain that you ever felt, every experience that felt like disappointment, letdown, betrayal, grief, any trauma that you can think of, it was all happening for the strengthening of your spirit. If everybody you met in your life came to teach you a lesson, they were neither good nor bad. There's no such thing of he was a bad boyfriend or he was a good boyfriend. He was a bad girlfriend. He's a good child. She's a bad child. There's no such thing. That's ego that tells you that. Who the hell are you to make that choice and make that ruling? Your ego says you can. I say you can't. Because all of those people and those experiences were here to teach you a lesson. Get the lesson. Deal with the pain. The things in this world going to happen regardless whether you deal with it or not. Whether you unburden or unlighten yourself or not, this shit is still going down. But if you got a heads up that it's go time, you'll be a damn fool not to take it. If somebody is telling you, you know what? None of that really matters. This thing right here, this spirit that came back to get its lessons, that's all that matters. Prepare that. Prepare that. And the more you prepare that, I will assure you guys, the fear will start subsiding. Please understand that you and the Creator are one. Let me tell you what I just learned today. I just learned that the pattern of my heartbeat is connected to the Most High. That rhythm and that vibration is directly connected to the Most High. I don't know, gave me a sense of pride, made me feel grounded. It made me feel safe. Clear up some of this, guys. You're trying to talk to your angels and your ancestors, and you're trying to tap in and be guided, but you got so much fog, the message is getting blurred. Spend some time alone. There's certain things that I just won't do yet because I know that it's so foggy in here still. I know it's so crowded in here. I know that I'm still trying and trying to master just staying in the now. I'm still trying to master how to just do this video and not let my mind go anywhere else and just focus on this. I'm still trying to observe my own thoughts and realize that I'm not my thoughts, because if I could observe my thoughts, then that means I'm not my thoughts. So that means I'm not that mind. I'm still trying to learn how to do that. So there's some things that I won't do yet, or some levels that I know I'm just not ready for because I got some work to do. Because what I won't do to Kenya is lie to her. I'm not going to make myself believe that If for some reason right now they said it was go time, Kenya, this was your last breath, I'm not going to be cocky and arrogant and foolish enough to believe I've done the work, y'all. I'm good and I'm ready. I don't feel that way. I feel like I have some work to do. I feel like I'm still avoiding some places in here. I feel like there's times that my mind will still betray me and F up my confidence. It still happens. I still have a hard time just concentrating on one thought alone. Sometimes when I'm on the phone talking to someone, I have to tell my mind, I'm only talking to this person. I'm only talking to you. I'm only talking to you. Why do I do that? Because I'm trying to control my thoughts. When they wander off, I don't follow them. I observe them. I realize, why did you think that? Why did you just let that come in your mind? Observe it. See where it came from. Address it, and I let it go, and I come right back to this video. Is it easy? No. But most necessary to unburden and to unload. But here's the deal. You have to want to. Because once you want to, how to will start being revealed to you. You just have to understand how important it is. There's a lot of things that you can do over. This ain't one of them. A couple of tips. Judging yourself and judging others does more harm to you than you could ever imagine. Because it's you giving into your ego. It's you saying that you even got a right to even speak on somebody else's life. How dare you? When you know your shit is in shambles. So, little tip. Avoid those people that you find yourself always being around judging. Avoid them. Because you're not there yet. Don't put yourself in jeopardy. Don't put your spirit in jeopardy. I know it might feel good to hide behind somebody that you think you better than. But you're not serving yourself. Start trying to figure out who the highest version of you is. You don't have as much time as you think you do. Now, I don't have a clock to tell you exactly when, but all I can tell you is there is no other time but now. Right now is the only time that exists. I can't worry about what happened 5 minutes ago. I don't know what will happen in the next 5 minutes. I can tell you that in this moment, I take it moment by moment. I won't judge you. I'll have compassion for you. I'll speak with wisdom. I'll be patient. I'll listen for guidance in this moment. So take it one moment at a time. But stop avoiding you. Start unburdening. You have to start healing. And the understanding and awareness to start trickling in like you won't believe.